you tune into my channel, you know we talk about we have a variety of topics ranging from work, professional, to home, wife, kids, mother, friend, all of that. And today I wanted to talk to you about something, a little bit of both. Actually, it's a little bit professional and a little bit of personal as far as friends and stuff. I'm gonna start it off with a question. Do you prefer text or email or phone calls? Which one is it? Phone, email, or text? What is the best way that people you prefer what is your preferred method of communication? Let's say it that way. And I ask because there are some people that no matter what you do, they will call. Then there are others like me that will text. And it's important that you read the room, or in this case, if they're not with you, know who you're talking to, kind of understand their preference, and sometimes you just have to meet in the middle. But one of the reasons why I like text or and email over conversations on the phone, especially if we're planning something, is because especially in this day and age when we have so much on our mind and there's so many things that we're doing and trying to get together and plan, even when it's family trips, vacations, get-togethers, events, times, all of that, school functions. When you communicate via text, you have it in writing and you can go back to it. So you have a referral, you have a commitment, you have a time. And nowadays, even the cell phones, these phones, when you text an event and a time, it creates the event for you and adds it to your calendar, so it keeps you on point and keeps you on check with stuff like that. So that is one of the reasons for me. And I am all about time, especially right now. I'm at the stage in my life where I'm doing multiple things, just working on some professional career goals of mine, and hoping you're doing the same thing too. And everything is going great, but I need to maximize my time. So in doing that, I prefer that someone, especially right now, if we're planning something, communicate via text, because sometimes the text message was very accurate, lists everything out, straight to the point, and you can read in 1 minute what sometimes will end up taking a 10-minute conversation, right? When you're talking to someone and you're going back and forth and things like that. Now, there are some things, especially if it's long and it's a lot to explain, absolutely that is better for a phone conversation. And you have to know the topic. There's some things you may not want to put in writing either, right? So you just have to know the topic, but try to be respectful of what other people prefer as well. If you know that someone is busy, they're trying to do a lot, they're multitasking, to talk to be on the phone while you're doing other things, it can be hard for them and it can be difficult. So just to be aware of what this person might be doing, or other things that they need to do, or just do for themselves in general. So I think that's a hot topic. But, in recognizing that text and email might be the preferred communication method for many people nowadays, we also have to recognize that the tone of the message and the delivery of the message might be perceived in a negative way or a negative manner. So especially when you're rushing, right, and you're doing multiple things, your text message might be short, and you might just be trying to do something, and all you do is respond. And when someone cannot see your face, they don't see your expression, they don't know that you're joking, they don't know that you're not mad. So you have to be careful even when you're sending a joke in text. I know one time my husband, he sent me a text message saying he wasn't going to pick me up for something. We were spending the day together, and one of it was a doctor's appointment. And when he wrote back a joke, I got so mad, right? And this is my husband, who I know, but yet I still got mad at him. So you just want to be careful with that when you respond to someone they don't understand. So now one of the things that I do is I seek clarification. Is if I think that person is being rude, or it's a little fuzzy, I write back, I don't understand this. Because like the other day, my brother sent me a message, and he must have been dictating into the phone, so it changed the words. And what he said was actually became an insult, and I was like, oh, is he really insulting me? Is he really doing this? But because I understand that sometimes text message and emailing and that communication, I understand that some that delivery or translation can be lost at times. Instead of getting upset or getting mad or showing my husband, because I showed it to my husband, I was like, what's my brother trying to say? And he was saying something about my husband's business. And so I was kind of like, is he saying something bad about it? What is really going on? So we were looking at it, and my husband was like, I don't understand it either. And so then what we did was just reached out to him and said, listen, I don't understand, dude. What are you saying? And then he clarified, and the dictation had changed the word. So again, sometimes when people send you a message or you take it that they're upset with you or being rude, it doesn't hurt to ask for clarification. It doesn't hurt to respond to them and say, you know what, can you please elaborate? I didn't really understand this. Especially when you have this day and age where people are communicating so much via text and email, which, like I said before, is my actual preferred method. And because it's my preferred method, I am mindful of the fact that sometimes messages can become across misconstrued, and there can be a misunderstanding with those messages. So just think about that as well. As you're functioning and doing things, again, when you text, it's really easy to run back to that text messages and have the confirmed times. You know, this is when the event starts, especially in this age where everything is digital and we're becoming, so computerized with things. Like, I use my phone for everything. That might just be a better way. That way you have a reference point and you know, okay, this is what this individual said. This is what we said we were going to do. If you're checking in on somebody, how are you? And you just want to have a nice conversation with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your aunt, cousin, anything like that. That's a little bit different. And I get that. You want to call and do those personal touches. But I will say, people do have to understand, I think a lot of individuals, a lot of adults are multitasking, and we all have so much more responsibility than we've had in the past. And part of that reason is because we're still connected via the phone. Way back in the days, I remember when I first became a DON, I didn't have a cell phone. They had pagers back then. So, my ride home from work was me in the car listening to music and stuff like that. So it was not me on the phone talking, recording, doing anything like this. So it was just so different. So because we're still connected, we're still planning, we're still doing things, we are just going like 100 miles per hour and doing more than we normally would have done. So I think that affects things as well. But let me know your thoughts. What's your preferred method of communication? Like I said, a phone call every now and then is not bad. You can connect with some people, but I will tell you, for me, I am so busy, and with my kids and doing things. And then when I do have a free time, I like to just chill and maybe watch a movie and read a book and stuff, and just get some quiet time for me. So love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What's your feedback on that? What's your feedback for me? Would love to hear it. All right, have a good one, and talk to you soon. Bye.